The global rivers are drying up because you have three suns microwaving the water and sending it back to you in a fucking atmospheric river. Then it rains and it evaporates again and we're back into drought. Lake Mead is a big topic. And it's been a topic for me for over a decade. I used to live in California and was subjected to their legislature. And let's go to that. See, our legislators knew this was coming. They have taken your crops. With this act of legislation I'm fixing to show you, and have been for years. When I lived in California, I watched Miss Barbara Boxer legislate that we opened the dams and let the water out for the finger smelt that is an invasive species to California, and they count it as an endangered species because it's not from California, but there's only a few of them. So here's our legislator talking about how now it's the court's problem, understanding that it couldn't be the courts if the law didn't say so, and this bitch made the law.
And we are facing this drought and shortage. Is this fixable?
The good news is yes. I'm going to probably not be very popular, but I'm going to tell you a lot of the drought we're in right now is man-made. Our water year starts October 1st and goes all the way to September 30th. December was an exceptionally wet year. We had stored and captured that water in our reservoirs. But because of California and the way we do business now, there are a number of environmental court rulings that operate the system, not how it was intended. So we have to continue to release water from a reservoir when we should be saving for a sunny day. We have to release it for temperature control, for species by species, reduce the pumping. So all that water we were able to save went out the Golden Gate.
Thanks to you, Barbara.
I think the total was 4.5 million.
Thanks to you, Barbara.
Since the beginning of the water year.
She campaigned for this harder than anybody in the state.
Fields full of water a foot deep. That's enough for 12 million Californians.
We want to talk to you about water issues.
She legislated for that harder than anybody in the state. Now she's sitting here acting like it's somebody else's fault. Fuck you, Barbara Boxer. Fucking dirty cunt. Your fish are dying because of the same reason the birds have been dying. They have heart attacks easily and are easily confused and panicked when their freaking Schumann starts spiking and their magnetospheres fucking rolling around. They don't know where they're at. They get lost and panicked and fucking have heart attacks en masse. They exhaust themselves trying to fucking figure out where they're at. Watch your wildlife. Their Schumann's spiking. Want to talk about this guy? Let's talk about him. Every 4 years, your states gather to select a third party with the sole responsibility of electing the president and vice president regardless of popular vote. Y'all screaming about how your election was stolen. This motherfucker made it in with 2 million less votes than Hillary did because the Electoral College wanted him in here. They need you to be mad at each other for no fucking reason. So you'll get out there and fight your neighbor, which I'm seeing all over the fucking place. You people are acting like idiots. These people drag these carrots in front of you that are not your carrot. The fuck? Are you brain damaged? Seriously, each and every fucking one of you. Even some of my fucking more awake people that have their fucking magnets on can't get their hands beyond, or their brain beyond the fact that these motherfuckers have been setting you up for decades for what they knew was coming. They can't have you knowing that we're out of food. They have to have you thinking it's because of the idiots in charge of the food. I told you this years ago, before we ever had the fucking lockdown, why we were going to be locked down in the first place, because the goddamn grocery stores are going to start showing deficiencies. Now they have control of all the fucking supply chain, so it's not just the groceries that you're seeing deficiencies in. Because it can't be just the groceries. You couldn't control you if you knew your food was gone. Drought persists because of torrential downpours, because you have three suns microwaving it away as soon as it falls, and it goes up into an atmospheric river and falls on somebody else and drowns them out. But you're still having drought globally. Oh, the globe's on fire too? Like I was telling you earlier, the tomatoes will grow tiny and then die. Seems to be happening. Tomato shortage because they died. You think this is all show? Let me tell you something. If they wanted to hang this man, he would be in prison with Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever her fucking name is. She was recruited by Epstein from Trump directly out of his Mar-a-Lago. All the women fucking Jeffrey Epstein recruited came from this man's Mar-a-Lago. Do your research. Trump flew the plane there for fucking Billy and fucking Hilly. Okay? This man is just as fucking guilty for child trafficking. He is married to one of Epstein's whores named Melina. It was your first lady. If they wanted to fucking hang him, he would have been hung. This is a show merely for you idiots out there that can't fucking grasp the goddamn concept that the Crown Vatican rules over your fucking ass. They knew we lived in a three-sun system when Constantine changed the fucking Bible canon. The original books, the founding books of the fucking Bible, which seems like hardly any of you can go fucking look at. You want to read the fucking transcription of a fucking Roman emperor and kings there on through the fucking line of procession from Rome, who have twisted it and twisted it and twisted it. I don't understand why you have a problem looking for Bible canon. One of the first things I looked for when I logged online was Bible canon, because I had read the Bible and the Quran so fucking much, I knew they were lies. I wanted to see it before a Roman got their fucking hands on it. And let me tell you something. Confirmed, they lied about every fucking thing on this planet. And you need to start waking the fuck up, Stewart. Rotten watermelon explosion because the fucking melons are cooking sitting in the field. They're opening their fucking seeds inside of them. They're sprouting seeds inside of them. Go figure. A warming world could expensive wheat because it died this year. The corn died for the last 3 years. Now the fucking wheat's going. Flooding everywhere. Drought, soggy, flooding, drought. In 2014, I had a state level senator tell me, as a result of turning in the fucking report about the polar vortex lunar roll, that we were going to have Russia, China, and North Korea nuke us. In the end, looks like we're there. We're really rousting them up. They can't have you understanding the game they've been playing for a long time. I've been very busily exposing their game, and I keep being right, because I used to fucking advise these fucking people. Jesus fucking Christ, what don't you get? For example, this guy has 7,000 people clapping hands for him because he wants to change physics. Every day. He has declassified blue suns because you can't see them. He doesn't believe they exist. This guy will do anything to fucking counter reality because he reads a recycled fucking lie and he fucking twists that to his own agenda. Because a billionaire came over here and had him take down fucking videos. This list used to be 180 videos long. He took it down to 96 and he's added a few more over here. This has all been time-stamped and recorded several times. You can never change your field, this and that and other thing, and fucking idiot fucking speech over here from a fucking tile-laying plug, a laborer on a job site. When legitimate fucking scientists with scientific equipment have very clearly said manipulation of electromagnetic spectrum via fields projected from human hands. You have a magnet, and it comes through your hands and your feet. This study shows your hands and the results of years of study instead of fucking someone's pig-headed arrogance that they can't realize they're how wrong they are. Look at all the references over here. And what do you got from Lee? Nothing. Nothing but cheap fucking words, and people continue to fucking believe his cheap fucking words. This is why I block believers on my channel. You believe me? You haven't done your fucking homework, and you make me nervous. I'm gonna block you. There's actually quite a little bit of information on human levitation. Abstracts and studies done. The UK went through India, burning the levitating gurus at the stake as witches. Documented throughout history, all this stuff, and there's big fucking studies on it. There have been huge recordings of people fucking levitating. You have a magnet, and you can make it stronger by stacking and or induction. Just like Earth strengthens her shield at will, she will induce the energy from the bow shock through the accretion and out the back in closed field lines, or the sides or the front. Either way, anywhere she wants them, she can close her field lines and strengthen her magnet at will. This results in heating of rock and metals, like any other induction furnace would. And the physics have been proven accurate. Here on the live streams, Otis First, we have documented thousands of quakes with much more accuracy than the brand new Israeli model using a computer to do it with the 80% mark. We are well above 90% accurate here. We have been calling them out on the globe within a 300-mile radius, a half a point of magnitude, within 1 hour of the pinpoint. We're going to have a quake here at the magnitude at this time. And we would pinpoint the fuck out of them all day, all night, using ISWA. The globe is on fire still, regardless of what this guy says, because he's got a post over here talking about how the globe has gone out. It's no longer on fire, and my theory is bunk. The globe is on fucking fire still. We have elevated multiple 5.0 quakes a day, and your human spiking on a pattern? Well, it's because it's spiking because we have physical objects around us that are causing the spikes every day. Duh. Over a 3-year period, we have watched these objects sneak up behind us. You can see them on your northern horizon at night. They are huge. They aren't bright stars. They're big-ass fucking shadows hiding these stars at night on your northern horizon. Go look. Or get the fuck off my page. I've had enough of your fucking theories. I'm giving you something to fucking look at that you can touch, feel, smell, fucking look at, and shit your fucking pants over. These fucking things are huge in your goddamn sky. If you don't want to go look, that's fine. Why the fuck are you even looking at my page then? If you want to remain asleep and ignorant to what's going on, get the fuck off my page. All I have are court-provable facts, not opinion here.